friends. Glad you're here. Askew's got a new quest loading on the screen. Some quiet little world with a mystery in between. He's tossing dad jokes with a half-smile grin, and the chat's already settling in. He's got the classic calm in a video game town that keeps the stream on course when the chat breaks down. And if a night with coconuts rides through the frame, he'll quote the whole scene just to keep things moving. So take a breath, crew, let the moment land. Whether he's troubleshooting or waving his mace, Askew's still rolling, or weather coming or going. If the screen says hold on, you know he's not slowing. Askew's still rolling, and the vibe keeps growing. Intro or outro, we're still here knowing Askew's still rolling. He's got a backpack full of half-solved clues and a list of dad jokes he refuses to lose. He'll drop a movie line with a sideways glance, and somehow it fits every game he plays. He's the calm in the storm of a tricky stage, the guy who remembers every name on the page. And if the stream needs a minute to breathe, he'll say, don't wander far, I'll be back, believe. So hang tight, friends, keep the moment warm. He's stepping out once, then back to the norm. Askew's still rolling, weather coming or going. If the screen says hold on, you know he's not slowing. Askew's still rolling, and the vibe keeps growing. Intro or outro, we're still here knowing Askew's still rolling. If the scene cuts out or the quest goes dim, you keep your seat right here till he drops back in. Askew's still rolling, whether coming or going. If the screen says hold on, you know he's not slowing. Askew's still rolling, and the vibe keeps growing. Intro or outro, we're still here knowing Askew's still rolling. Not straight far, adventure's not done.
What is going on? Welcome to Askew Adventures. I cannot thank Ant enough for that. That song is rocking. All right, tonight is gonna be better than last night because it has no choice. All right, we need to go. Which one is this one? Okay. We're not close to encumbered, so we're just gonna go in here and do all the same things we did. Oh. Cool. Oh, we got a treasure chest. Oh, not quite. There we go. Eldritch Liturgy Veil. Magic critical chance. Don't care. Apart from the main Tumbo experiment, I'm running a side study on familial bonds. I assigned the role of two siblings and asked apps to send me a pair of hatched from the same egg. Though I fear he's growing suspicious of me, so I may have to rely on them reaching the village without intervention. Since the first pair, I observed a wide range of behaviors: codependency, dependency, animosity, envy, resentment, and more. I also assigned roles with mixed results, making one sibling the warden, knowing the other was the traitor. Produced a fascinating spectacle, though I truly had hoped it might prevent the massacre. It is odd. These creatures do not have families as we know them, yet the bonds between siblings seem to mirror those on the surface. Curious. I wonder whether this affinity is inherent or whether Nimue's influence infects them, for lack of a better term. And Stream Elements has joined the chat. Yay! It looks like it's a flow or a geyser that we can ride up. But it is not. Yes, I'm avoiding the door. Blood in the water doesn't splash or drip. It runs like red ribbons through the dark sea. The sanctuary did not simply rise, it was won in the name of Lady Nimue, who looked upon our deeds and wept. But the sea is as vast as it is uncaring. It does not stop to grieve, and neither could we. Thus, beneath the tangled roots, the sanctuary began to take shape. A new beginning grown from the soil of countless ends. See, the ones in the other room were paintings. I don't know what these are supposed to be. Of our Lord and our Lady. Why is this in a locked box? Hey, Kaj. Welcome in. Appreciate you dropping by. Oh. I had to mow the grass after work today, and I'm feeling it. But I had to beat the rain, and I barely did, so. Author Marrow of the Observatory. When I was young, I believed our father had forsaken us. I walked the paths of Sarras, searching every crevice and hidden cave for the presence of our Maker, and found nothing. When weariness and anger set in, I neared despair. I finally felt something. A gentle touch in my mind, calming and soothing, assuring me my loneliness was ending. In truth, it had never begun. Then I understood. Though our father may roam the far seas, he has not left us to fend for ourselves. We also have a mother who remains and keeps watch over us for all time. Now, in my old age, I have returned to the paths of Sarras to see them again with the knowledge I carry. This is what I leave behind. Never forget that while we are born of our Lord, we also have a lady. By her blessing, our lives have purpose. She is there, watching over us, and always will be. Oh, that's very kind of you to say, Kaj. I appreciate it. Okay, I've got a... My mouse sensitivity is like through the roof. I don't know why it's doing that. And the buttons on the side, they're supposed to change that, are not changing it. Okay, that's a little too slow. There we go. That's better. Oh, the ball moved. I was trying to figure out what happened. It's floating up and down. The weirdness whispers about its wielders, but not its masters. What is the product of the fog, and what is its origin? Perhaps all one can ever rely on is affinity. Or perhaps what we see on the surface is but a broken mirror of all things that could be or should be. We tried to live in an unshaped world. Nimue is right. We are invaders, parasites who broke a natural order we never cared to understand. The sanctuary thrives within its weirdness-wrought shell. What if that is Avalon's true order? What if, without the weirdness, it withers? All right. That still feels... it's not too bad, I guess. Okay. Hopefully, we're still ourselves. So this is what we should look like. Well, this is what we look like now. It's also what we should look like on the other side of this portal. In which case, we won't have the same problems we had last night. Nope, that's not us. Now we are Nimue. Oh, crap. And she only has 10 healing. He had 20. Oh, criminy. Alright. She's got a lightning spell. And the other... Really? She's got a wand. What does it do? It does nothing. How did I end up beating those knights? Sheer utter determination. No, I had to take a moment, recenter myself, and just go back to the basics of stick and move. Don't get hit. Okay, she's at least got different. Oh, okay, so she can summon and she can heal. Yeah, the old get good. But at first I had to get over myself because, you know, I was not doing well. All right, horizontal burning wave of fire. It says it does damage, but it doesn't do anything when I click that button. Okay, so that... Charge the spell. See, that's... I guess that's block? That's weird. Alright. That's heal. And that's... What one is that? It is Merlin's Thorns. Okay. That's one of my favorite spells when I was doing the spellcaster build, although she's really slow. Alright, so what does this one do? Oh, that's the summon. Oh, it doesn't use much of her mana either. What is this one? Mystic Ward creates a magical shield. And then Scorching Pathway. Oh, okay. That's that one. That's the one that one of the knights was one of the ones that the knights were using. Okay, I like that one. And I don't know what the other one does. But we're going to keep the summon up because he can help. Nimue stands motionless, unsure whether the choice she makes is truly the right one, yet she knows it is too late to turn back. The war machine pushes forward, and she has committed herself to helping the rebels. And she also knows that neither King Arthur nor Merlin will retreat from the path they have chosen. She wants no part in it. I believe her stance leaves much to be desired. She fails to notice that her conflicted emotions paralyze her decision-making, which is unacceptable. But the Lord of the Seas warns me against forming judgments of my own, for that may lead to the corruption of knowledge. Hey, Val. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day.
Merlin, where are you? Ugh, I swear if this is another one of your lessons...
It is. Of course it is. If I had known who Nimue really is, I might have stayed on Avalon. Did that woman truly believe she was worthy enough to ask the Lord of the Seas to open a passage back to the homelands? It is good that we ended up here. Without Sarras, I'd never have gained knowledge, and even Nimue turned out to be useful in the end. Got Excalibur on 4K. Yeah. Old school.
Merlin, I don't have time for your games!
Don't you, though? We have plenty of time. That is, it's at least only one enemy. You're gonna stick around, right, bud? Alright. The Lord is displeased. The Lord is silent. The Lord does not look in my direction, my Lord. The Lord will not find his way in this accursed chaos. Let the voices fall silent. Alright, so... do we have a chat, or do we just start blasting? Oh, we just start blasting. Where'd you go? Oh, I'm out of mana. You know what? We're gonna add another one of these because he just took out one of them. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. Nope. That's this button. I don't think I have quite enough mana for a third one. Alright, do I still have 2 guys up? That's the question. Got both Conan movies on 4K. Cool. They're releasing Arrow on 4K. Do I still have... how many of my guys do I still have up? 1. Okay. As long as it doesn't get down to 0 of my guys left, we're good. All right, that was much easier.
Was a threshold warden. Not so easy to defeat, wouldn't you say? Their beings created to maintain order between worlds.
Oh, that was kind of easy after last night.
Himself would struggle to win a duel against one. I wanted to show you what you might face if you continue with your plan to leave Avalon. There's no telling how many of them may be waiting on the shores of the homelands.
And that foolish duel with an illusion was supposed to scare me. I've outgrown your games, Merlin. I'm no longer a little girl who needs to be tested with elaborate, impossible challenges. Even if creatures like the Threshold Wardens exist, I won't be facing them alone. I made up my mind. I'm sailing to the homelands.
Nimue, child. You're making a mistake.
Don't call me a child! I'm not making a mistake. I'm fixing yours. I know you thought you were doing the right thing by coming to this island, but the things you and Arthur do now are horrifying.
They are.
You call it survival, but you're killing the very world you claim to save. You bend life and death to your will and call it wisdom. But all I see is madness, dressed as progress. Even if you somehow made Avalon habitable, you're building its foundations on piles of sacrificed bodies. And how exactly does that make us any different from the Four Dwellers? How could anyone live here, knowing what we know?
I know this war has been long. I'm not proud of everything we've done, but it was necessary for all survival. Yes, blood was spilled, but the land will absorb it and will honor it by building something new. We're so close to victory.
No,
Arthur
you're
and
not.
I are working tirelessly on a solution that will give us an edge. You just need to trust us. Trust me.
Oh, the solution, of course. Your vile, immoral experiments you wanted me to take part in. You know my answer, Master Merlin. For me, the cost outweighs the gain. So let me say it again. You can imprison me, you can try to persuade or intimidate me. I still won't help you. These things you have planned won't bring us victory. They'll only rewrite the future into something far worse than you can imagine. They break the cycle of nature itself, and that break will be paid for by generations not yet born. So yes, my only solution is to go back home.
The homelands are not your home. For you, they're a fantasy so far removed from reality that you can't even comprehend it. Do you think people chose to leave after the Red Death was killing us? We were drowning in blood, pus, and corpses. That's what you want to go back to?
How is that any different from what's happening here? I've watched people die to this senseless war, to the weirdness, since the day I was born. And plagues come and go. It's been years. How do you even know the Red Death is still there?
I see you won't listen to reason.
I could say the same about you. Stay and rot on this island if that's what you wish, but I'm done. You and your precious Arthur can do whatever you please. I want no part in it anymore. We're going home, and you won't stop us.
That's where you're wrong. Your rebellion ends here, Nimue. Perhaps sometime in a cell will cool your temper.
What? No, you can't!
I can, and I will. Trust me. This is for your own good.
She literally just said, you can imprison me if you want to. No, you can't do that. Arrow is a brand making them. Okay. Hey, Tifa. Oh, there's two of them. All right. Oh, okay, hold on. Got the wrong thing up. I need, health potions up, not, food. So much better with my hammer. How are you doing tonight, Tifa? I think I've already done these. Yeah. I have indeed. Wow, what? Oh, cool. You guys are gonna go play Repo? That's cool. Hey, Petunia, you missed the second one. It was over fast. Well, 4 a.m. That is crazy. Interact. What can I interact with? Oh, I can interact with the wall. Josephus died in darkness, lost in the maze of his own mind, tearing the organ to splinters. Light never returned to the sanctuary. Creatures of the darkest depths claimed dominion over it. I saw myself hiding in the archive where it was safe. The archivists were more than a match for a horde of mindless beasts. I even opened the doors to the denizens of Tumbo, and they too fell to the archivists. I was alone in the endless dark, with infinite knowledge as my only company. The vision ended before I could look further, but even now I wake from dreams, not dreams brought by it. A different world where I'm caught in a future not mine, forever lost in the currents of time. Ripple after ripple after ripple. Perhaps that is all we are in the end. Midwest, technically, Saturday and Sunday are your short days. Yeah, 5 a.m. to 11. I do not miss those kinds of shifts. Thankfully, I don't work weekends anymore. Although, this weekend, I've only have half a weekend because I have to fly to Philadelphia on Sunday. I'm gonna be at the airport at like 1 o'clock, so that sucks. I died in the archive the moment I crossed its threshold. The last thing I saw was the countless eyes of an archivist, each one peering through me, seeing me, finding me unworthy. Perhaps I was too hasty in that life, too quick to seize my place. I will never know. There was no tumbo, no thirst for knowledge. The Lord's children left the ulcerate and turned feral. Hungry, always so hungry. Soon another conflict began, and another, and another. What remained of the first crew fell one by one until only Lear remained, sleeping in his eternal slumber, and Nimue alone and forgotten in the endless dark. Yeah, business trip. It sucks. If I could pick up my house like a backpack and travel, I would. I want Mexican food delivered and lots of rum. I have rum. I would offer you, it should be in, maybe I don't have any on me. Darn it. I'm underwater, so there's lots of rum. I saw Apps fall in battle to the denizens of the sea. His body was torn to shreds and feasted upon, as is the custom here. Afterward, we fought more fiercely and more violently with greater determination. Our place on the seabed was won. The ulcerate fell to Squall, who hated it with all his being. His mind returning to Apps's half-eaten corpse, and Lear deteriorated faster than ever. His slow crawl into insanity becoming a headlong plunge. One by one we fell to his blade until he reached the seal. Nimue looked into his eyes with sorrow, and the sanctuary fell silent forever. The archive kept watching. The rum is usually gone. Why is all the rum gone? Yeah, that death count's just yesterday's episode. I didn't actually count them yesterday. It wasn't my character, it wasn't my build dying. And I couldn't keep up with it, so the rum is gone because Tifa is thirsty. Every society relies on its pillars, individuals who fulfill specific roles. Without them, a community cannot fully function, nor can it mature into a state capable of achieving its aims. I've long wondered what might happen if those pillars were reassigned to roles they seem ill-suited for. The traitor as warden, the warden as curiosity seeker, and so on. In this first iteration, I will let Tumbo run as intended. The initial shuffle will occur after the massacre. At the founding of the second Tumbo, thereafter, every few cycles, it will revert to the default state as a reset. I will observe and record the outcomes. So all those poor people down there are just somebody's experiment. Ooh, a fireplace set up. Cool. Took the toddler to a park today. Very nice. That was quick, if predictable. By making the traitor the warden, I placed him as close to the archive as possible, which only fixed his mind on breaking in. And since the warden of the archive is usually also the warden of all Tumbo, the village quickly succumbed to the first wayward scion of the depths. A bit of a waste, this one. Perhaps I should add a few more variables. After the previous iteration's disaster, I introduced the promised variable. Squall was struggling to adjust to our new reality, so I invited him to join the village, thinking a community might help. The residents were wary at first, but once they learned he'd served with the first crew, they nearly revered him. I appointed Squall as the warden and even let him see the archive to show why no one must ever try to enter. He asked why I couldn't be straightforward. The answer is simple. Forbid entry and people will try. Set them a goal and they'll focus on achieving it. The massacre struck during one of our meetings. He arrived too late to save the residents and was inconsolable. Even after killing the traitor, I told him that it had been inevitable and that another tumbo would follow soon, so he needn't worry. He spat at my feet and left. I doubt we will meet again. Mr. Addictive, thanks for dropping in. I didn't catch the end of Human Fall Flat. I apologize. I had to eat dinner and do some things after work, and I was racing the rain to mow the grass. I did manage to beat the rain, though. And there's an ant. All right. This is what I'm supposed to look like. I've gone through 2 of these so far, and both of them I look like somebody else on the other side, so I'm gonna look like somebody else on the other side of this one too, and I don't know who. I just hope they're as good as Nimue was, because Nimue was good. Are we Nimue again? No, we are. Who are we? Okay, we have Storm Piercer and a Spell Gorger. Ooh, but spell power 96%. Okay. I wish I could change these, because, man, some of these spells... Scorching Blaze with this thing? Oh, man. All fire damage applies additional burn buildup. Well, that's a good one, too. So we can heal ourselves. We can summon a Skeleton Knight. I have no idea who I am. Yeah, snakes can be cool. I used to have a snake many moons ago. Alright, that's the electricity spell. I don't know. I don't understand what that does. I wish I'd known it did that, though. That's the heal, and that's Merlin's Thorns. Okay, and that's the summon, right? Yeah. Alright, so we'll summon one of you, and then that's my boom spell. Yeah, buddy. What do vegetarian zombies eat? Grains. Made a couple boas until you became allergic to the feeder rats. Oh, that sucks. I had a corn snake for quite some time. I used to work in a pet store 3 or 4 lifetimes ago. Nothing up here. Keep up, Mr. Skeleton Warrior. Grains. Oh yeah, you guys got to let me know if we get a raid. Hold on, we got a new command. If the channel gets raided, we have a raid command now. Come on. Oh, no. That button needs to be clicked so I can hear that. Doctors thought you had asthma? Holy cow. Yes. Tifa recognized it. Ant might be close to old enough to have heard it. I found a YouTube video of the commercial and recorded the soundbite from YouTube in Audacity. The war goes on and nothing suggests it will end anytime soon. Why does the Lord show me this? Has the war never ended? Impossible. It must have ended. My Lord, grant me knowledge, for I cannot bear this uncertainty. Roaches move in, but they don't move out. Oh, well, we got a couple peoples down there waiting for us. Where's Skeletone? If you make it, tell my wife I tried to come back. If you don't, then we'll meet in this damned water.
Poor wife. I hope she found some solace.
Where'd my skeleton go? Alright, fine. Nope, that's the wrong one. We gotta do this one. And then big boom fireball spell. Yeah, big boom fireballs. Although without the huge spell boost, spell power boost that I had when I was playing my spellcaster. So we just... Oh, ooh, hey. How many of you are there? Far too many. Oh, hey. Where's my summon? Whoa, hey now. Hold on. Where's my summon? I forget which spell heals me. That one. That one heals me. Okay. Where's my skeleton? Okay, my skeletons are up there now. Good. Okay. All right, let's bring down another one of those. Can we bring down a third one of those? Because we definitely go attack. Yes, go attack. Yes. Oh, hey, no, you were not invited to this party. Nope. 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 Nope, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I want to dash through here. God dang it. Wrong button. Wrong button. Where are you going? No. You stay right here and die. Okay. Good job. I really wish I could rearrange this equipment. What do you call a cow on a trampoline? A milkshake. Yeah, we've had that one before. All right. We got 3 up there. We've only got 1 up here. All right. Well, we'll come bring this guy to us, maybe. Okay, hold on. This lightning chains, does it? No, but it does hit hard. It does hit nice and hard. All right. Okay, maybe we shouldn't sleep on the lightning with the spell power boost of the... Oh, ouch. Ow. Oh, no. No. Heal. And then, that spell. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Okay. I mean, they're not wrong. Why are we spamming jokes? Are those coming back down? No. Okay. A user interface is like a joke. If you have to explain it, then it's not good. Yeah, that's not even a joke. That's just straight good design strategy, of which I'm not good. Trying to find new ones. Yeah. There's honestly, I don't know how many there are. It's not my system. They're not my jokes. I'm just tying into a public free API that's very likely just full of stolen jokes. Arthur is not Arthur. Merlin will not be Merlin. Nimue is everything. Everything. Lord have mercy on me. Yeah, there's supposed to be a way that I can... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what my next step is here, and that did not look to be it. Is it over here? I guess I'm supposed to go that way. I'm supposed to be able to get like a token for the service, and then I can pass that token in and it won't repeat the jokes until it runs out. But I haven't actually done that part yet. Alright. Just looking for more lore. Because there was something else to fight somewhere over here. Is that the right direction, or is that where I came in? That's where I came in. Where am I going? This is... no. Hey, Mike. Finally home, and you can watch properly. Well, that's cool. Okay. I don't know that I want to try to go over there, but I do think I want to try to go over there, and... oh. I am no coward. I simply have nothing left to give this land.
You gave it your life.
Are they all interactable? I didn't try to interact with... no. They don't seem to all have something to say. Avalon is cold and empty and always asks for more blood. There's nothing left for me here.
It does keep asking for blood, doesn't it? Soon, very soon, it will finally be sated.
I don't think so. Every day looks the same. Mud, screaming, orders. Maybe home will be hard too, but at least we'll rule it ourselves.
You would have died screaming if the Red Death had got you. This inn was merciful, believe me.
Yeah, where were you at, Mike? I didn't know you weren't home. Whee! Alright. Are you guys going to come down here and join me? Or should I just... I don't think I have the spell to reclaim them. I'm going to go get this memory. Memories. Ah, it's your uncle's again. Okay, cool. Knowledge, 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 knowledge. I cannot bear these voices. Is it time to leave? I cannot. Let it end. Oh, that guy. I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see the homelands on the horizon and Arthur's banner behind us. Orders stopped making sense weeks ago. If we stay loyal, we die for nothing. We salted the meat, packed the arrows, and checked the ropes. Looks like we're already halfway gone. If Lear gives the signal, we move tonight. If he doesn't, some of the boys say they'll move without him.
This desperation. We should have never have let it come to this.
No.
I should have acted sooner.
Yeah, you're damn right you should have. But you didn't. And you died 600 years ago. And, left it to its fate. Am I going to have to fight Arthur again? No. Okay.
Merlin, my scouts reported back about Lear and Nimue's rebellion. They're trying to sabotage the iron shipments from the Forlorn Swords. They say their demand is that Sarras and the other ships be allowed to sail away from Avalon. Are they out of their minds? How can they be so oblivious to the dangers we left in the homelands? I held children dying of the Red Death in my arms. I watched them go stiff and cold. And then I myself carried them to the pyres. The homelands are ruined, poisoned. A graveyard soaked in the blood of those we had to leave behind. And they want to go back and weaken our forces in the process.
My king, I agree. This is suicide. The homeland's not a place to return to. They're a tomb. And yet, Nimue, Lear, and the other rebels refuse to see reason.
On that we agree. I've had enough of ordering men to die. But if they choose to go, I'll let them. Let them choose their fate. Let them swim that sea for what it is. If they refuse to believe the danger, let them learn it on their own skin. I'm tired, Merlin. Tired of proving to everyone that we have no home to return to.
Well, you don't exactly have a...
She is young, full of dangerous hope. She can be guided, tempered. They can all be kept here and given purpose. There must be another way. A better way than simply letting them die for daring to hold their own opinions in the middle of a war.
Another way? How many more have we lost while we wait for another way? I know what drives them.
I mean, that's King Arthur, so it should be.
Hollowed by hunger, smoke, and fever. And I know what Nimue thinks of our efforts to keep Avalon safe for centuries to come. Yet if she can't see the reason behind all the sacrifices we made to make Avalon our home, if she cannot accept that war is never a clean affair, then perhaps it is best to let her die along with her idealistic views. If it costs me my peace, so be it. Give them Sarras. Give them 2 more ships. Send them off. Let them find out for themselves.
You would send them to die just to prove there's no way back to the homelands?
No. I'd make an example of them. They cannot defy our decisions and fight us. The real enemy is in front of us, not among us. That said, I will not be the king who stole their last act of defiance. And if they die in the process, that's their choice.
My king, let me speak with her one more time.
Do as you wish. She's your responsibility. You know my mind. Give them ships. Burn the rest. I have a war to finish.
Yeah, which I don't...
When Nimue
I guess...
and Captain Lear set sail for the homelands with the rebels, Merlin did the only thing he could to save them. Through a powerful spell, he sealed the entire fleet. Drawing on Nimue's magical potential as its source of power, flashes of light tore through the storm as the ships vanished beneath the raging sea, swallowed by the depths before anyone could understand what had happened. To the world, it looked like mass murder, a cruel punishment for desertion, but in truth, Merlin had saved them, allowing Sarras to become its own kingdom, far from the weirdness and the dangers of Avalon.
Saved them. Giant quotation marks around that phrase. Oh, hold on. We got 2 more of these guys. Have you met Ted? Oh, yeah, buddy. You sure have. All right, let's catch up here. I didn't want to talk over the little cutscene and conversation there. There's a New Zealand Australian indie dev fest going on this weekend. I knew there was like a card builder dev fest or something going on soon or recently or something, but I hadn't heard about that. Did you abbreviate independent wrong? It's usually INDY, I think, but I knew what you meant, so I don't care. Dress for the job you want. Yes. Well, I mean, he's already king. He doesn't have to dress for it. No idea who wanted Project Zomboid. Does kind of sound like Darth Vader without the breathing. Without the constant respirator breaths. Tifa showed you how to be a zombie slaying master in Project Zomboid. Cool. Cool. All right. I think we have completed the archive, which means I'm not sure yet. But did I do that here is gonna
You're back, child of the surface.
I am.
I sensed you restoring order to the Afterimages.
Did you?
The calm I feel now tells me that all is correct. Everything is back where it belongs. Thank you for intervening.
Did you know what would happen to me there? I could have died 20 some odd times.
I trusted it wouldn't happen. And here you are, safe and sound before me. I didn't know exactly what cleaning up the Afterimages would entail. Never before had they been in such disarray. Therefore, I assumed the one whose arrival caused those changes would also be able to restore the old order.
Why did the developer break up with their keyboard? It just wasn't their type anymore. Time to die. I don't think we're gonna have to fight this guy. This guy's got to go play the organ with the other 2 guys to wake up the final boss, or maybe even the penultimate boss of the thing. And that's just a guess, because I don't think we're supposed to be helping them. I think we're supposed to be like destroying this world, but I could be wrong. What were they? Memories? A war story?
A war story, you say? Fascinating. I had no idea they would show themselves to you that way. I have no access to the contents of an Afterimage once it has changed, so I cannot say what you are shown. I can sense the Afterimages as if they were parts of my own body. I know where it hurts, but not why, and I cannot heal myself.
Okay. Well, will you play the organ now, like Josephus asks?
Yes. I will honor Josephus's request.
No,
Know that the Afterimages are in order. I can leave my post. The melody of the organ will sound again, and Captain Lear will wake. I only hope you know what that entails.
I don't, but I can imagine. I have a conceptual notion of what's going to happen. He's going to be angry, and I'm going to have to kill him. And then I'm probably going to have to kill Nimue. I think there's probably 2 bosses I'm going to have to fight. Where did this person go? And why is Hiss in the middle of the What's going on? You're gone. You killed them all. Dude,
Toplander.
you killed them all. Yes, I've got my hammer.
Glad that you might witness this epochal work. The folk of Tumbo departed into the bosom of the Lord of the Depths, and this one absorbed their knowledge.
I don't know. It looks like you killed them.
Knowledge.
You killed them. So this is how things work around here.
It was destiny, and destiny must not be denied. Had this one not carried out the slaughter, some other gatherer of knowledge would have done so. Only one who has amassed sufficiently great knowledge may attempt to seize it from others.
Oh, you think that's you?
One was ready to submit to the trial.
You killed Reiko, so you have no way to enter. Perhaps you did not think that through.
Ruako is of no consequence. Ruako was only the voice of Echo, who set the law of gathering knowledge. The archive itself will decide whether one has gathered enough knowledge and is worthy to cross the threshold. This one is convinced that he will prove worthy.
Well, the way to the archive is clear, but Urkel is no longer there.
Toplander again tries to speak falsehoods and defile this one's knowledge.
Nope, no falsehood.
This one will never believe that the sacrifice he made to prove himself worthy of entering the archive was in vain. Urkel never abandons his post. That is common knowledge. So, once again, you tried to deceive this one. But this time, this one needs no barnacles to know he is right.
Are you certain it is knowledge and not faith? For I share with you the knowledge that Urkel is no longer there.
Knowledge is our currency, Toplander. And this one has made an investment, taking upon himself the responsibility of gathering the knowledge of all Tumbo's inhabitants. Perhaps others believed that knowledge was a purpose and a mission, but this one quickly learned that faith has nothing to do with it. Maybe Urkel truly is not in the archive. But that does not change the fact that Tumbo's knowledge already resides within this one. This one will wait patiently for the Guardian of the Archive to return. Time cannot be reversed, and what has happened cannot be undone. The investment will not go to waste.
So I'm pretty sure of that. I cannot allow you to live.
This one expected that a hot-blooded Toplander might react thus. This one will gladly accept the Toplander's challenge and seize the Toplander's knowledge. After the Toplander who has already visited the archive is defeated, the path to infinite knowledge will be open before this one.
Well,
Let us fight.
something will be open, but it's going to be your skull. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh damn! Some of those hits did a lot of damage. What was that? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Alright. It killed them all. I did expect that because the notes inside did say something about a traitor. I think that's what they called him. Increases range critical. Yeah, we're not really a ranged. Nope. 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 Shell without a name. Receiving melee damage returns 80 physical damage back to the attacker. That's not too bad. Creatures of Sarras deal 20% less damage to you. That's pretty good, actually. Magic critical chance increases by 1% every second in combat. Usually that says to a maximum of X%. I'm not using magic though, so that's really not going to be helpful. Alright. What is the most direct route? Yep, that one and then that one. Okay. This one. Ooh. And then the first one to my right. Yes. Yes. Is that where we need to go? That's where we need to go. Why is that a giant circle? There shouldn't be the wandering miracle. Oh, that's, I haven't found the fourth little red fishy yet. Okay, we'll do that. Because there he is right there. I'm going to get you, little fishy. Where'd you go so I can loot you? Okay. Now, where do we turn that quest in at? And I'm only doing this because we're almost done. When I do this, that's gonna start like the final quest arc of the whole expansion. So I could stop and fight those guys, but why? I just want to run over here and get to the gateway. All right, and you are the correct, yes. And then the person that wanted it's like not very far at all away from here. Where are you at? You are up there. Perfect. Hey, buddy, I got your 4 red fish.
Hello again. I'm keeping watch. Wouldn't want the floatlings to slip by.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here.
What about them? Have you caught any?
Yes, I caught some.
Really? So they do exist.
Yes,
Here,
yes they do.
I prepared a reward for you. Take it quickly before I forget. Now, I guess I'll just eat them. Maybe don't look. And I feel exactly the same. Can you tell me something about the surface? Anything, really?
There's a sun. We live under a clear blue sky. It's bright because the sun shines on everything.
Oh, that sounds nice. And, that's enough information for me. I had a feeling Josephus's tale was nonsense. Those poor floatlings, they weren't even tasty. And I'm still a failure.
And I'm still a failure. You should stop comparing yourself to others. Live your own life.
Well, I'd like to. Your approach sounds so freeing. But it won't stop others from judging me for my deficiencies. I don't want to feel like an outcast all my life.
Maybe instead of trying to change, you should focus on learning how to blend in. Nah. Perhaps you should try leaving Sarras, wander the world, find your own
Is
place.
that what you're doing?
Kinda. My situation is a bit different.
I see. Well, perhaps it could be a new beginning, like leaving the ulcerate all over again. Maybe it won't be so bad to be untethered for a while. Undefined. Free. Josephus also spoke of a golden floatling, supposedly as old as Sarras itself. I don't know what it does, only that it's said to exist, although, personally, I doubt it. Anyway, thank you, Toplander, for listening and trying to help. You've given me a lot to think about.
You're not gonna tell me where to find the golden floatling? Really? I need a golden ticket. No, I don't see anything new. Maybe Josephus will have a new dialogue option when we get back to him before we start the end. The end is nigh. Where is Mr. Josephus? Actually, can we talk to Tristan? We've read all his books. Nope, we can't talk to Tristan. Where is Josephus? And his amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Are you Josephus? You are Josephus.
Welcome, child of the surface. Everyone is ready to play. Thanks to you. But tell me, are you ready? From where you're headed, there is no return. You will go back to the surface. And we will face the consequences of what is decided in Lady Nimwe's chamber.
I don't think there's anything else for me to do here.
The melody of the organ will resonate through all of Sarras, carrying the promise of change. Its sound will awaken our captain, Lear, the one charged with Lady Nimwe's protection, the one who calls to you, and to him, within you.
You knew I wasn't alone.
Of course, child of the surface. I knew it was you. And you, King Arthur. You who, believing you doomed us, became the reason this realm was born. You who granted us both the grace and the curse of eternal life. All of this is your doing, Arthur.
Whoa, now, wait a minute. Was that gratitude or an insult? I like that one. Do you think Nimue was calling for Arthur? I'm curious here.
You will learn in time. Perhaps we'll meet again. And when we do, I'll have your answer. But that depends on the choice you make in Lady Nimwe's chamber.
Oh, I get to do both of them. Yay! Do you think Nimue was calling for King
I
Arthur?
would not presume to guess at Lady Nimwe's intentions, but I believe you will find the answers you seek, if you are willing to ask them yourself. This is why I gathered the remaining organists.
Anything I know before I go?
I can't tell you more than what you'll learn from Apps and Erkal. I served under him when he was still in his prime, but I wasn't there for his downfall. All I know is that little remains of the Captain Lear I once knew. Nothing human, at least. One way or another, you'll have to face him. It's the only path to Lady Nimwe's chamber.
Yeah, face him. He the boss.
Excellent. Gather, my brothers. It is time to awaken our captain. This sound. Sarras
Oh,
has
Captain,
not
my
heard it
captain.
since the day it was born. It will be glorious.
Glorious. So is this happening in this room? I mean, that's the organ, but I guess this means go through the door. Excuse me. Sorry. I had to quickly mow the grass after work today before the rain came. Proceeding may make returning to Sarras impossible. Do you want to continue? I'm pretty sure I'm done here. Unless I'm supposed to go look for the golden snitch. I mean, the golden floatling. Quest failed. Distance and meaning? Hold on. Oh, I forgot to go see what he did. Dang it. Oh well. He built a steam-powered rocket. He blew up. That's what he did. That's a big bolt. And that's the stuff of nightmares. And that quest marker is way in there. Okay. Well, this is a one-way trip. Have a nice trip. See you next. Oh, see you next cutscene. Am I gonna have to run around and use these giant ballista to shoot this guy? Because I see at least 3 of them in here, so probably. Oh, it's. Oh, damn, is he gonna be shooting them at me? That's even worse.
Traitor, it was your command that doomed us to this fate. You were supposed to let us go.
Well, I mean, you did leave.
And for that, I should thank you. Sarras is no blessing. It is a curse. You saw what became of my entire crew. Before we made Sarras our home, we drowned it in blood. We fled one war, only to fight another. We helped conquer Avalon, only to be forced to fight again for our existence. That is not what we wanted when we left those shores.
Sarras is safer than Avalon. There, the weirdness and the Red Death still dominates. And if you reached the shores of the homeland and found them ruined, then where would you place your blame? It was not what you wanted, but you survived. You even gained immortality. That's actually a curse, so yeah, I'm not gonna throw that in his face. Still safer than Avalon,
So
sure.
in a way, we are avenged. But do not think that such news will change my resolve.
I didn't expect it to, no.
Is as the Lord of the Seas made it. Not Merlin, not Arthur. Glory to Lady Nimue and her endless wisdom for allowing me to fall into slumber. Were it not for her, I would have convinced the twins to release me to the surface centuries ago. And there I would have found you, Arthur, the traitor. I would have destroyed everything you left behind. I would have shattered every fragment of you and erased your presence from history. Just as you erased us.
And if you reach the shores, okay. I guess I have to throw all of these at him.
Do not dare mock me, traitor. A homeland may be ruined, but at least it would still be a home. If we
Really?
had to spill blood, better that it be the blood of red death husks than that of innocent, otherworldly, sentient beings. And if you don't understand that distinction, then your soul is lost, without a chance for redemption.
I don't disagree with you. I'm pretty sure Arthur's soul is lost.
Immortality is not life, mortal. The one you carry within you should know this well. His decision condemned us all. Even if our doom was stretched across the endless span of time.
King Arthur gave you the ships. It was Merlin who sealed them.
A traitor shielding another traitor. What difference does it make who gave the order? And what kind of king is he? Who knows not what his servants do. I can feel that traitor stench upon
Oh, no
you.
worry, Tifa.
By the almighty Lord of the Seas, I swear, this day you both shall die.
I find that hard to believe. Merlin sought to save Nimue at any cost. I'm sorry that you all paid the price.
Despise your pity. I care nothing for what Merlin desired. If the will of the Lord of the Seas had bound us, I would hate him too. But I know this. Of all the great figures in Sarras history, he alone wished us well. Gladly I offer your souls to the glory of the Lord, and your flesh to the dwellers of this realm.
If anyone dies today, it will be you. We must speak with Nimue, and you stand in our way.
No one is permitted to enter Lady Nimue's chambers. I swore to guard her, and I shall keep that oath. Know this, I command the full might of Sarras.
Yeah, this is... Oh, he is calling down those crossbow bolts. I'm just not getting hit by him by complete luck. Are you done? Because I'm done. Captain Lear's Revenge. Sorry, he had a really long death sequence there. I didn't know for sure if he was dying or what. I don't know how none of those hit me. None of those hit me. I should probably look to see what he just dropped. Blessing in a bottle. I already read the manuscript. The Twin Tide Spear. 88 to 104 damage. Captain Lear's Revenge slowly recharges itself over 30 seconds. Current charge 100%. Dealing damage increases recharge rate, shoots a massive ball of energy, dealing damage and stunning enemies in an area. Well, I'm glad he didn't hit me with that. How did he not hit me with that? Dead Man's Vow increases melee critical. Critical hits restore 20% health, increase critical damage. Taking damage increases attack speed for 5 seconds, and some Archivist eyeballs. Eye of Archivist and Skin of Newt. I don't know. Now, I knew we were going to have to fight him. I guessed we were going to have to fight him. I suspect she might also be a fight we have to do, but I don't know for sure. I gotta look around, see if there's anything worth doing this to. Give me all the things.
This is mine, that's mine, all this is mine. I'm claiming all this as mine.
Except for that bit.
Except for that bit. I don't want that bit.
All right. I don't see anything. No, it's Eye of Archivist. Where was it? Oh, I don't see it anymore. It's the Skin of 7 Bananas. Oh, cool. Some bioluminescent man-o-war. Except that bit. I don't want that bit. Yeah, I had to have that sound bite. It took me a week or so to find it. It was not easy to find because probably because BBC is pretty tough on their enforcement of their copyrights. So far I haven't gotten any warnings or anything on any of the videos that's using it, so we'll just continue to hope that holds out. Should be all right. It's such a short clip. But yeah, for loot and everything, that had to be my go-to mantra. And then, of course, the seagulls from one prison to a different one. Huh. Okay, I'm going to save here. It actually saved. Because I don't know what's going to happen. And I might have to make a choice, and I might not like my choices.
I've been wondering when you'd find your way here. Your
But you didn't make it
presence has
easy.
rippled through all of Sarras. Wave after wave after wave. It reminds me of something. Someone. From a long time ago.
Have you been awake all this time?
Ever since I was sealed here, yes. I couldn't say how long it's been.
600 years.
Does the war still rage on?
No, it ended 600 years ago.
600 years? Huh. It feels twice as long, to be honest.
I mean,
Still,
if I was hanging
if
from my
you're here,
wrists for 600
I
years,
suppose we won. Though I shudder to imagine the cost. At least the new children of Avalon don't have to live in fear.
well, except for
Tell
the
me, How
weirdness
is life on the
and
surface
the Red
now?
Death. The Red Death is here. Thought you should know. We're struggling. The weirdness is back. The entire land is in a state of disarray.
Gods. Nothing ever changes in that cursed place. I thought the menhirs would hold at least one peril at bay. But perhaps nothing good can last there.
The menhirs are going out. How did you know I was here?
I know all the comings and goings of Sarras. I am in every part of these depths. Swimming with the floatlings in the Ulcerate. Gathering knowledge with the villagers of Tumbo. Watching over Lear in his slumber. Gazing into the endless dark of the sea. Tell me, what do you think of my little domain? Do you like it?
No, not really. Yeah, not particularly. I've seen better. Actually, I haven't, because I've seen this and I've seen Avalon. It's definitely unforgiving. Is it more peaceful than the surface? Maybe. Yes, is unforgiving.
That I'm not glad to hear.
Uh-oh, was
Sarras
that the wrong
has
answer?
never known a war like the one that raged on the surface. But I often wonder if my scars run too deep. If my memory of it has infected this place somehow. It was never a burden I meant to share, and yet, it seems I have.
I saw memories of your past.
My troubled youth, you mean? And what? Are you wondering if I regret it now? If I feel I'm paying for my stubbornness, my arrogance, getting drunk on my own power? I'm afraid the truth is less dramatic. I was tired. I'd lost hope. And I wanted no part in Merlin and Arthur's vile practices. They stole our future before our lives even had a chance to begin. At least his betrayal gave me time to rest and to build something of my own. Something better than what we left on the surface.
I saw Merlin's memories too. He sealed you here to save you. At least he thinks he did.
Save me? What do you mean?
According to him and Arthur, your fleet would never have reached the homelands. All of you would have died as soon as you left Avalon.
And because of that, he... Am I supposed to be grateful? Thank the great Merlin, wherever he is, for bestowing this honor on us. What kind of logic drove him to that? Everyone died anyway. Just because they didn't rest in peace doesn't mean they're living. I don't understand. If he knew that would happen, why didn't he tell me?
If he told you the truth, would you have believed him?
No. I don't think I would have. I'd have thought it was a ploy to keep me here. But I wouldn't have left without finding out for myself whether the danger was real.
How were you going to do that?
Not an idiot. And people were relying on me. I wouldn't have led them to certain death just to spite Merlin.
You really thought going back to the homelands was a good idea?
Gods, I'm tired of this argument, even after all these years. Merlin said I was too young, that I didn't know the world. And he was right. Of course I didn't. How could I? My world was burning, and I had no hope it would ever stop. I'd had enough suffering, and he wanted me to add to it by lending my power to his abhorrent ideas. He didn't care about the future, only about finding a way to win the war. Did he succeed in the long run? Or has history proven that I was right all along? Aren't you here because the world is on the brink of collapse? It's easy to judge with hindsight. I had no such luxury.
True. The people of Avalon need the fleet again. What does that mean? They can't leave.
History does love its circles, I see. Far be it from me to begrudge anyone wanting to leave these miserable shores, but you do know the fleet is bound to me, don't you? You're asking for my life, and for Sarras to fall.
She is the manager. You've been alive for a long time. Don't you want to go to sleep? I thought letting people sail back to the homeland was your dream. Your people are children of ancient terror and undead predators. They'll be fine. Yeah, I thought letting people sail back to the homelands was your dream.
It was. The circumstances are different now.
Are they?
What happens on the surface matters little to me. I have my own domain to tend to.
You've been alive for a very long time. Don't you want to die?
You don't pull your punches, do you? What I want doesn't really matter here. Sarras is bigger than me. But if you truly wish to know, I do not desire death. I'm at peace here already. Yet, I wouldn't mind it either. As you said, I've been alive for a long time. If it were only about me, I wouldn't care either way. But it isn't.
Your people are children of ancient terrors and undead predators. They'll be fine.
Perhaps. Yet this is their home. We are intertwined. Do you think Tumbo's thirst for knowledge came merely from proximity to the archive? Or that the creatures of the Ossurit feel the need to prove themselves only because of their father? I am them, and they are me.
Well, both of those things you do are cruel.
Most of them. But they will be untethered.
That's okay. You're right. I won't break the seal. Sarras deserves it. Sarras doesn't deserve it. Oh, I knew we were going to have to make a decision. What does how do I forget how to do this. Break or don't break. The winner is don't. Oh no, that is not how I would have leaned. Does chat have any thoughts or suggestions or votes before I let a random number generator decide my option here? And seeing none. Waiting because I know there's a little bit of a delay between what I say and what I can read on the screen because you won't hear it for a little while. In this endless forever night. I can't help it. Every time I sit here and do this, I feel like I'm LaCroix at the end of the episode. We have no one chiming in. All right. Well, I've got to save right before the conversation, so we can do both. Well, I'm inclined to do this one, but I don't know. Well, maybe we'll do this one, then we'll reload the save, and we'll do the other one and see what it is.
Thank you. I hope you mean that. I never loved Avalon. It gave me life, and then it took everything else. It never felt like home to me. But I know it does for so many. I truly hope things will get better for them one day.
Hey, Daisy. Just got back from an 11-hour Harley trip. Well, I hope you had a good time. I hope you're feeling better than you were yesterday. I know you were feeling kind of down.
What have you done? This was not meant to be.
Uh-oh.
Sarras was meant to be freed, and us along with it. You wanted answers. This is your answer.
Uh-oh.
I curse you, Arthur, for this accursed undeath in this accursed realm. 1,000-fold I curse you.
I think we're gonna have to fight
You were meant to
Josephus.
free us from this endless agony.
I'm sorry.
If Sarras is to remain, then I will make sure you become one with it.
Dude, what are you? I love just staying behind him. Oh, he hit me. You hit me. That knocked me down. I got knocked down, but I got back up again. Where'd you go? Where are you? Oh, I knocked him down.
The long-awaited change that Josephus and the other denizens of Sarras yearned for never came to pass. Those in the sanctuary went on as they always had, tending to their knowledge, raising the Lord's offspring, hidden from the wider world. The sanctuary drifted on in its quiet bubble, peaceful and undisturbed, steady in its ways.
Oh. I didn't know it was full on end screen. Okay. I don't know what this does after the credits, if it throws us back into the overworld. Well, that's what it said. What? Spoilers, Mike. You don't want to know. It's the DLC end screen. I am gonna load back in and make the other choice. Are you feeling any better today, Daisy? I know you weren't feeling too well yesterday. You were feeling kind of down in the dumps. And I understand that. I get that. I don't like skipping the credits because sometimes there's neat stuff like right at the end, and sometimes if you skip it, you miss them. So, although I guess technically, if I'm going to do the other ending, I could. Still feeling down, but 1,000 times better after your ride. Well, I'm glad you feel better. And I'm glad you're here with us. And I kind of have the core of my audience here watching me right now. If you haven't seen the notice I posted, there will be no streams on my channel Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. I fly out for a business trip on Sunday evening, and I won't be back until Wednesday night. And after the flight home Wednesday night, well, I won't be landing until around 8 anyway, so I won't be home till 9 or so. So there's no way I'll be streaming. I wanted to at least loot Josephus, whatever. Okay, well. Oh, it gave me his stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna reload and do the other one. Many ages ago, King Arthur and his subjects fled to Avalon to escape the Red Death, a plague ravaging the homelands. All right. Hi.
I've been wondering when you'd find your way here.
Anybody mind if I skip through the conversation this time? Because it's like the same.
Wave after wave.
He'll try to pick up the Slack and the YouTubes while I'm gone. I just know that people sometimes look for me, and that would be the why they're not going to find me. I don't need to do these side ones either, so we'll just do these.
I'm afraid the truth is less dramatic. There's at least something.
All right, they need the fleet. Okay. So this one we fight the one. This one we may have to fight her. System alert: streamer cooling system requires immediate liquid intake to prevent overheating. Yeah, except my cup does the opposite of runneth over. All right. Well, let's break the seal this time.
You don't. No one truly understands the consequences of their actions until they come back to haunt them. And they will, year after year. And I doubt you'll have hundreds of years to lay them to rest. You'll do what you want. I can't stop you. Perhaps your conscience will, if you have one.
Does that mean I have to fight myself? No. That's not Josephus again, is it?
You.
Nope, that's the archivist.
You had the cheek to disturb my lady. But
Oh, that's
see,
Tristan.
She cannot leave this place.
She's not Isolde, dude.
No. She must remain in the depths. Worry not, my beloved. No one will trouble us anymore. With you, I shall drown forever.
Where'd you go? Sir Tristan. Oh, he calls down some rocks. I'm trying to get the burn. If I can fill that up, he'll catch on fire, and then I do 23% extra damage on him, and yeah, that was...
Into the vast sea was, at first, not easy for the denizens of Sarras. They struggled in a space that lacked the structure and order once kept by Nimue and the first crew. In time, however, they grew used to their newfound freedom and spread far and wide, slowly forgetting the place of their origin.
Okay, we can skip that because we watched it the first time through. Physical attacks. I should have looked at the gear it gave me before I read to this, because that would really determine. Increase the speed of heavy attacks by 60%. The fight's over. I'm just looking at the loot. Increase enemy stamina loss after a successful parry. Fighting with 2 weapons of the same type increases max stamina by 25%. That's not bad. Physical attacks regenerate 10% of damage dealt as stamina. Increase dash cost by 50%. Okay. Lover's Lament increase damage by an additional 40% if the enemy is wet. Both weapons do the same thing. Each enemy within a radius of 10 meters increases your attack speed by 10%. Light attacks cost 35 mana and shoot a burst of short range wet projectiles. Heavy attacks cost 42 mana and create a short range wave of water wetting enemies and pushing them back. That would actually be worth... I mean, it's a third of the damage of my hammer, though, so no. Attacks against targets below 33% health have a 10% more chance to be critical. I mean, my current cape is already a 5% increase of critical chance and does not have any kind of requirement for their health. So I'm going to say none of that's really any good. It'll be safe when I'm back on the surface, which I think is going to be as I walk through that thing. Because this is back into Kunakt. You're safe, Mike. I am back in Kunakt. And now I have to make a new thumbnail for my streams because now we're no longer doing the Sanctuary of Sarras. And now I have to go do all of the, yeah, that was the end. That was the end of the DLC. That's it. The DLC has ended. Gotta get back used to fighting land dwellers. And I have to keep in mind that I do have the shield now, which means the Spectral Knight will come after me at night in Kunakt. Did I already pick this clean? No. I mean, some of it looks like I picked it clean, but not all of it. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. All right. I have not done nearly enough exploring in Connacht. I don't have the there's a, I think it's down here that there's a, one of the knights' tombs is down there. I'm all for pumping the numbers up. At this point, I have a year to get up. Actually, I think I'm earning enough watch hours that I'll stay above the watch hour requirement even after my big watch hour ones expire. But I got a year before those fall off. You're gonna drink some fluids and then off to bed. Actually, that reminds me, I need to go fill up my cup and drink some fluids myself. And then off to bed. Can't keep your eyes open much longer. And you hit triple digits. Yeah. I had a car once that almost went that fast. It would have gone that fast, but it had a rev limiter on it. I'm glad I don't have that car anymore because I got in a lot of trouble in that thing. All right, I'll be right back. All right, get some sleep, Daisy. Yes, get some sleep. Take care of yourself. Go hydrate. I'm awesome. Thank you, Mike. Missed most people's streams today. Really? I'm trying to read chat, bud. You must have fallen from up there or something. I'm stuck in the train. Miss most people's chats, yeah. Yes, I get most of your dumb jokes because I'm old. Yep, told Mrs. Yeah, I saw that. Those four are troublemakers. Where's the bin? I haven't been everywhere. Is that from the joke? I don't, that's, yeah. No, you're all good, Ant. Go do your thing. In the thing with the dinosaurs. And the other things, in case you're deciding to do space tonight instead of dinosaurs. Nope, that's not where we're going. And we have one of these, because I know he's not going to do it himself. The thing with the dinosaurs and the things and the stuffs. Unless you do the things with the space and the stuffs. But also enjoy that if you do that one. That's a cozy cave. Hi.
Look who's here, my favorite customer. It's always good to see a friendly face.
So, how's business?
Good, great actually. I even had a customer the other day. He brought some of my very special mushrooms, and he didn't even try to haggle. And they do cost quite a lot, I think.
Special mushrooms. What's so special about them?
Oh, you see, I stole them from a grove that belongs to one nasty spriggan. And if he caught me, I'd be dead, or worse.
And that's it? Do they have any unique properties?
None that I know of. They're just mushrooms. I mean, I'm not saying they are useless, and, well, the spriggan might have done something to them. Spiteful piece of work that he is, but I don't think so.
Did you tell any of that to your... And then why risk your life for them?
Because that's what makes them special. If I got them from anywhere else, they'd be worthless, wouldn't they?
Did you tell any of that to your customer?
No. The customer asked me why the mushrooms are so expensive. So I explained that they were very special. And that I gathered them under the cover of night at a place guarded by a dangerous magical being.
Don't stop believing. I'm afraid your customer might end up feeling deceived.
I can't see why. I did not say a word of falsehood. See, this is the problem with you humans. You always hear what you want to hear, and then go around accusing everyone of deception. In truth, you're the ones who deceive yourselves.
You know, you're not wrong. So are you heading into town?
Me? No. I'm pretty sure they already have merchants there. I've heard they're quite territorial, and you can't have too many in one place. Or maybe that's foxes? I'm not sure. Anyway, you're in luck. I can show you my home. Ooh, I've always wanted to have a guest.
You live here?
Yes, in that cave over there. It's very cozy. I got lucky, as it was almost empty when I found it. Could you believe that? I didn't even have to fight a bear to move in. There were a few dead humans, but it's not like they minded. I put them in a neat pile in the corner.
Well, that's very neat. You shouldn't invite random strangers into your home.
But you're no stranger, are you? I consider you my friend, and my home is always open to my friends. Besides, I decorated it myself, and I really want someone to see it.
I'll think about
That's
it.
perfectly fine. Feel free to have a look around anytime you want.
Do you have anything interesting to sell?
Try to sell me any weapons, or nails, or buckets with iron handles. It's not that I have anything against things made of iron. I simply don't condone violence, that's it.
From buckets. Where are we going? And why are we in this handbasket? Ignites enemies when they hit you in close combat. The Spell Gorger. And weapons deal an additional 25% damage. All for 260 gold? Yeah, because then I can... Oh, then I can do all kinds of things. Okay.
Another satisfied customer. That makes
Reverend Veritas, welcome in. Good to see you.
2. Although the first one never came back. But you will, won't you?
Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. Do I have what I want to do? No, I need to... All right, first we'll discover this so I don't forget where it's at again. I gotta run all the way back up here. Just clicked on a random live stream and noticed people in chat from other streamers. Yeah, that's us. There's a bunch of us, and there's a good group of us that hang out in each other's streams all the time too. So.
Prepare for battle. I'm not giving up yet.
I can't remember the last time I had somebody just randomly click on one of my streams, though. That's cool. That means YouTube's given me some form of visibility. The hidden hand, huh? All right. What am I doing? I am going back to town because I need a blacksmith. Oh yeah, Mike. We're big supporters of Mike around here. I need to go down, which is over here. It's a friend of the Tifas. Well, I mean, who isn't a friend of the Tifas? But friends of Tifa are always welcome here. Yes, we're big Mike fans around here. I don't mean to brag, but I was Mike's first member. Attach relic. That's what we're doing. We are removing the one that does 23% damage if they're burning, and adding the one that does 25% damage no matter the fuck what. There we go. That's what we're doing. So now it burns and it applies extra damage. I don't mention it very often, but I am also very proud of the fact that I was able to do that for Mike. All right, I'm here. I'm just gonna see what else I can do. Max health by 11%. Mana I don't care about. Range damage, melee damage, maybe. That's probably true, Tifa. Yeah, he probably does like you more. Nah, we'll just go back with that. Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer? He couldn't see himself doing it. All right. What do we have here? We also have those there. Do we have anything? Oh, that's a great one. I should add a rim shot to that when it outputs the punchline. I should add the drum for the rim shot. Okay, might stay up a little longer. You're too cold from the bike ride. It was 50 by us. By the time you got to the lake, it was 30 to 35. Yeah, I assumed Fahrenheit because that'd be really hot in Celsius. We do have the occasional Celsius user drop in to chat, but none of them are currently here. I know you're joking, Tifa. It's all good. I don't know that he's known me longer. I really don't. So Mike was active in chats in all kinds of channels, and I never really was. So it's very possible that through that he knew a whole bunch of people before he knew who I was. I don't know why I did that the long way, but I did. And what do we got there? We don't need mana. I'm gonna put all of this stuff away because we don't need ingredients. We don't need any of that. I think we've read all these. Just go ahead and put those away. Did I not just put that on my weapon? I'm confused. Do I have two of these? So Duranu is like the first channel I was active in chat for. And that was because he was about 6 weeks. Maybe not 6 weeks. He was about 2 weeks further behind in the Outer Worlds 2 play than I was. Would have been sometime in November when I started hanging out in chat there, I think. I know I just put that. Oh, I didn't lock it. I didn't lock it in. I didn't. That's why. I watched Sergeant Kelvin a lot, but I was never really active in Sergeant Kelvin's stream or chats. Okay, we got a 20 and we got a 25. So we'll put the 25 in and hit the button to lock it in. So that applies burn, or, hear me out now, that does an additional 20% damage. All right, what is that? So 2%. Or 20% burning, or 20%. Or chill. Nah. I mean, it already does an additional 25% here. So we'll stack another 20 on top of that. Yeah. It was probably Duranu's because for a very, very long time, he was the only one I was ever really active in. Even now, I'm not really active in too many others except yours and Qwerty's. And Misters and Ants. That's about it. All right. Okay. We should be good to go now. We don't need that because we're not using weapon or spells. We want the jewelry. Give us the jewelry. Where is... I gotta go through all these things. Blood and rum. Increased max health. Spell power. Crow's Nest, spell power. There's a lot of spell power stuff down there. Stamina regen. Weak spot damage. Everything you deal, all damage you deal is now cold. Cold damage chills. That's the one we're looking for right there. So we take that, and then we put it on, and now all of our lightning and smashing damage is all chill. I'll tell you, it was you and your gregarious nature. It was the atmosphere, and it was the fact that there weren't 100 people in there, and it was also the fact that he was playing a game that I knew a little bit about, and I could converse about the game. He's playing a new game in Resident Evil 9. That's cool. So ultimately, it came down to he was playing Outer Worlds 2, and I was also, at the time, playing Outer Worlds 2. I was just a little bit ahead of him. Oh, hi guys. Have you met the new and improved Ted that does an extra 45% damage? And all of it is chill. Because Ted's a chill guy. I just thought of that. Just saw that they dropped new game mode for Resident Evil. I did not see that. Absolutely. Where is... Oh, hi guys. These things are hard to hit. But I need my, Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's not like they do any damage to me when they do that, but I like to not be hit instead of to be hit. The planet's aligned, and then I'm gonna leave for a bit to get food. Leave the stream up. I appreciate that, and for the cat to watch. Culver. Are you the one that goes into Trick's stream always talking about Culvers? I knew I'd seen that name before. There he is. There he is. Come and get some. You do torment Trick sheep with Culvers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was the one in Trick's... Hi, buddy. Come on. Come on. What you got? What you got? I was the one in his chat the other day that said I had to resort to McDonald's because there's not one for about 45, 50 minutes away from me. What you got? Come on, come on. Uh-huh, that's what I thought. I had to think I used to be afraid of you. Ha 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 ha. I love it. I like my hammer. I might want to clip that. Stitch together all the times I've beaten him into a single video. That was also a good test for how well that change I just made to my hammer was going to work out, and I liked it. All right. Into Sir Gawain's tomb. And now we don't have to worry about that guy again until... Actually, I don't remember running into him in the third act. At least not in that form. Yay, timestamp. I hit the button to mark it on my stream deck. There is actually a clip command now that will also mark the timestamp internally for me. And then I can, am I going to overweight myself? Not for a while yet. There's a exclamation point clip. So it puts a marker internally on the file. So I don't have to try to remember it or anything like that. I just load it up in DaVinci and go to the chapter markers. And then scan around for what it was that I was calling for, because clearly it's not going to be exactly where I wanted the clip to be. I need to play with the replay buffer thing and see if I can get that to work, because if I can get that to work... Ooh! Oh, the Dryad. Where are you at? Because there's a way in OBS to set it up where it, if you hit a button, was that a dig? It was a dig. It will automatically save off a set amount of time. You can change it. I think it defaults to like 30 seconds or something. It's very similar to the Xbox's record previous 60 seconds feature or whatever. Well, it's still working at the moment, but there are moments where it does not work so well, so I don't know. I don't know for how much longer my brain is going to be at the level it is. It's just something that happens with old age. I find myself not remembering things I should be able to remember for work. I'll eventually get there, or I'll remember how to find out what I needed to know. But, you know, just those stairs were broken. I probably should have noticed that and not walked across them. I also just forgot what I was saying. Something about my mind, my memory not being what it once was, and not knowing how much longer I'm going to be able to be proficient at my job. And it's mostly just an old age thing. I mean, I'm not that old yet, but I'm old enough where memory problems start becoming a thing. A gambit scale. Increase your dash invincibility window. That's kind of cool. You just get the buffering symbol. I do get that a lot too sometimes. I've been having trouble lately getting motivated for work, so. And I am not looking forward to this trip out there. This is not going to be fun for me. This is going to be torture. I just got to remember to keep my cool. Because as much as I don't want to deal with what they're having us do, I cannot afford to lose my job. Nah, I don't have any of that. I have some of the worst diet.
Ah, a visitor.
Visitor.
It has been a while since we've had one, hasn't it, my dear Gawain? Will I need to carry the bones of my only companion to his resting place today? Or could it be that this is the day when our souls are finally laid to rest?
You're wearing my armor, dude. I don't know what you're talking
Apologies, Wanderer. For a very long time, the good Sir Gawain has been my only company in this place. As much as he was once known for his sharp wit, time and decay have taken his voice from him. I've grown used to our conversations being one-sided. I hope you'll forgive me if I slip into old habits.
Rise to the challenge of taking care of myself. That is a really, really, really hard and expensive habit these days. And 35 plus years of really, really bad habits are really hard to break.
I am Sir Bertilac, Wanderer. I keep watch over the cursed, restless sleep of dearest Sir Gawain. He is dear to me now, but long, long ago, I thought little of him. An honorless, arrogant whelp he seemed to me. But when I struck him down and saw him look up at me in quiet wonder as he drew his last breath, I understood then that we were the same. Both tools in the hands of those with power, afterthoughts in the games they played.
Those with power, what do you mean?
The endless, hateful dance of a pair of siblings so alike, they were a mirror of each other. The Lady Morgaine had me believe I was meant to cut short the reckless, unruly ways of her brother's knights, to prove he let them act without honor. She said she only wished to be heard. But as I sat here, forgotten, I came to understand. She wanted Arthur to hurt, as she had been made to hurt.
I don't remember any other mention of Morgaine in any of these conversations. I know all that. I put myself last month. So I'm not even sure. I don't think of it as putting myself last. It's just, there's some element of laziness to it, some element of complacency to it, and some element of eating healthy is so damn expensive. Yeah. Yeah, nickel and dime myself into being healthier. That it sounds good, but I don't know how to do that. I tried for a while. I was eating a lot better, and I had lost a little bit of weight, which was good, but it didn't really make me feel any better, and it didn't improve my health. And now you chat with an awful Russian accent. I mean, I could slip into my southern accent, potentially. It's hard to get into sometimes, and once I get into it, it's hard to get out of it, so maybe I shouldn't. You said Sir Gawain was cursed.
With cunning, with expedience. He was given a choice. Die with honor, or live without it. But is a choice truly a choice if its only purpose is deception? Gawain chose life, yet I struck him down. And in the end, he got neither life nor death. Only suffering. And me, the only one left to remember.
I mean, I remember. I've seen the movie. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. You're the Green Knight. You came in and offered the Knights of the Round Table one free stroke at your head. And he took up the offer, and you walked over and picked it up and put it back on and gave him a year to figure out what he was going to do to prevent you from doing the same thing. This is an old movie. So how can your souls be put to rest? And will Ted be involved? I think Ted will be involved.
Challenge me, Wanderer. End my lonely vigil. And after I fall, take up my axe. Give my dear Gawain one last duel, and one final death. If you are the one the Lady Morgaine truly meant to punish, then at last we may find our rest. Now, will you fight?
Round one. Fight!
So be it. May the one who falls find peace.
Oh yeah, this chill is gonna stun lock my enemies. Hey now. That wasn't very honorable. Oh, that's right. Gawain chose dishonor, didn't he? Oh! Oh! Was that one hit? No, it was 2 hits for half his life. Wow. Okay. Alright, so I'm wearing this armor, but he just dropped the New Game Plus version of... Not that one. Wait, where is it? That's Sir Gawain's. Where's the... What? Okay, there it is. The Green Knights. So it starts at 25 with max stamina of 60. Decreased stamina regen by 20, but that's okay. Taking damage restores stamina. Yeah, see, that's... Couldn't they have used some other legendary base for the game? Makes me yarf with all the King Arthur stuff. So chill is, it's not, I don't think it does any damage, but if you fill the meter, it freezes them. They'll like, it's kind of like a stun. They'll grow icicles and then fall over. So this game, Tifa, is based on a board game. Based on the Arthurian mythos. So that, I mean, that's kind of the whole, that is their whole deal of this. Yeah, there's another card game, but Fall of Avalon specifically is based on the board game, I think. And now you got me doubting my memory, which is not hard to do. Oh, Luke Goblin got me a chest.
And this is mine, that's mine, all this is mine. I'm claiming all of this as mine. Except that bit. I don't want that bit.
I just got a new Deadeye bow. Increased weak spot damage and deals damage only on... Oh, what? It only deals damage if you hit a critical or a weak spot. That's an interesting twist on a weapon. All right, what we got? Use the key to unlock Summon Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Yeah, I actually don't mind the Arthurian base, especially because of the way they've changed it. The way they've twisted it and darkened it is really cool, in my opinion. I mean, it's Arthurian, but it's only vaguely Arthurian. There's a lot of differences. All right. And now I've got the New Game Plus version of the armor. I've played the entire New Game Plus game to this point in the regular version of. I just have to throw some upgrades at it. I thoroughly enjoy the storyline, the Arthurian tie-ins, makes it more relatable. Yeah. I already emptied that one. This is the entrance hall. Yep. We are done. Krull. Yes. Even though apparently whoever wrote that movie had no idea what a glaive was. Because that was not a glaive.
The knight who gave his life for the honor of his king. He didn't deserve to be forgotten. At least now, he has a purpose once more.
He does. So when will I meet the other members of this Royal Geographers Guild?
I've been dreading that question. I won't lie.
Yeah, I know.
You've already
You're the only
met
one.
them all, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm the last remaining member of the guild, and have been for the past 100 years. Well, until now. You can see why I was so excited for you to join.
You're over 100 years old?
A long life is a gift the wordness grants to many, but to me, it's been even more generous than most. Maybe I'll live only as long as I'm needed, or maybe longer. Whatever the wordness wills, I'll accept it, like I always have.
For every good movie or story like Krull, I'll throw Beastmaster into that pile as well. There are 5,000 King Arthur movies. Yeah, so there's like, I don't even remember the names of them all. There's Excalibur, there's the Once and Future, or not the Once and Future King, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Yeah, there were just so many. And then how many TV series based around Merlin have there been? Yeah. Val was just in at the beginning of the stream talking about watching Excalibur in 4K. You speak of the weirdness like it's a sentient being.
It's a bit more complicated than that. The wordness is our fears, our desires, and the mark we leave on this world. it can be whatever we wish it to be, and we can become whatever it chooses to make of us. We are part of the word.
Lady Hawk.
And it is part of us.
Throw Lady Hawk in that.
It shapes us, yes, but we can shape it in return. Not as well as the Foredwellers once could, but perhaps all we need is time.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over her, but if I'd let her continue speaking, I would have completely forgotten the name of that movie. Conan, yes. The Red Sonja spinoff of Conan as well. So the guild doesn't exactly exist anymore. Not really, but you speak of it as though it does.
I was brought into the guild by Eleanor Dunn, a royal geographer who found the one dearest to her soul among my tribe. She lived among us for many years, but when Eleanor was allowed to prepare
there you go.
The last rites, yet never truly as one of us.
That last one was correct.
Accepted their bond, but never her. So she left, and I followed her, as a good daughter should, even if not by blood. I met a few more members as I traveled with her, but over time they grew fewer and fewer, until only I was left. But as long as one of us is still alive,
Highlander.
So is the guild.
Highlander's always got to be on that list.
Family be forgotten.
Has anyone else seen anything about the new Highlander? I don't normally like the concept of these reboots. And I love the story of Highlander. But I recently watched it again. And there's like no coaching for the sword fights or anything. It's all terrible. I mean, it's great for 1985, whatever, when it came out, 84, whatever. The casting for the new one looks about as perfect as you can get. And of course, they only made one Highlander movie, so we're only talking about the first one, because the other ones don't exist. Where are you from, Nash? You speak funny. Lots of different places. Well, and Sean Connery, the Spaniard. What? Let me see if I can remember this right. I think, if I remember right, they cast Dave Bautista as Kurgan for the remake. So what if Sir Gawain just wanted peace?
We all want peace, but it rarely comes easily. The knights swore to protect Avalon, and now they have the chance to fulfill that oath. Sir Gawain will find his peace, as will you, and his majesty. But it will take effort from all of us. A strong king means a strong Avalon, and for that, he needs his knights.
And he's collecting them internally, apparently, because now I have Lancelot and Gawain and the Green Knight. How exactly is this going to strengthen Avalon?
The wordness is like a web. Without strong threads to hold it together, it tears apart, and chaos follows. Every soul wandering Avalon is one of those threads, but the ones who shaped it, their threads are the strongest. King Arthur and his knights once brought peace to Avalon. Their very presence helps to calm the turmoil, even now.
Hopefully they do something about that plot hole about how the Highlander ended up with the Spaniard's katana. I mean, they did it in the first movie just because they wanted him to have a katana. There was another knight in Gawain's tomb. He was green?
Sir Bertilac. From Gawain's executioner to his protector. There's no need to worry about him. His soul walks Avalon freely now, shining bright. All of Morgaine's darkness has lifted. I'm sure he and Sir Gawain will cross paths again, this time without the shadow of a curse between them. Another night still waits in the mist.
Well, that was very helpful. Okay. Somewhere along this ridge up here is another door that can only be opened by the shield. Oh, and the tower. The Tower of Weirdness. Is that this one? Yes. Okay, so we got to go there. Actually, we're right next to it, so we'll go do that one next. Get up there. Giddy up, little doggy. There was no sequel. I love Michael Ironside. There was no sequel. There was not a second movie. I will give you the third movie because Mario Van Peebles was okay, but that second movie does not exist. Now the TV show exists. They did make a TV show. Actually, they made two. I think he met Ted. Oh, he was not dead yet. Not dead yet. Well, yes, but how can Connor have won the prize if Duncan was still alive? What is that? Oh, the iron ore. Okay. Yeah, no, that second movie doesn't exist. Not a thing. Nope. Dude, where is the guy? Did I do something wrong, or do I need to find him in Act 1 now? It's driving me crazy. You can't just disbelieve in it and have it I know. This is the movie that shall be unnamed. Festering guards. Class action exclusion. Crookmaw. The weird deer. We never did find the weird deer either. Find the pumpkin seeds. We never did go tell him that either. I never found... Oh, Vidar is not until Act 3 now, I guess. I'll explain one ending. Connor didn't gain the prize. He just gained centuries of the Kurgan. Yeah, but the whole purpose of that movie was the gathering was in New York. The first movie was about the gathering. That was the entire point of the first movie. Now, in my mind, the TV series with Duncan takes place before the first movie. And that's how he and Raven are still there. Now, I don't know if that's correct. I don't know that they ever even tried to explain away the timeline on the TV show. Forlorn Swords, Kunakt. Forlorn Swords. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we all know that what they did was they just kept making movies and TV shows because they could make money off of them. We understand these things. We may not like them, but we understand these things. Blame the doctor. Hey now. Bears are still like one of the worst enemies there are in the game. That's hilarious. Oh, the other thing that chill does is debuff them. So it doesn't do damage, but it slows them down.
You made a big mistake.
All right. I have lost my way. I'm trying to go there. All right. Yeah, now we've introduced the doctor into things. So we can muddle things even more. There's something in the water. We're just a bunch of rambling nerds. It's all my fault. I started it by asking if anybody was following anything to do with the reboot movie. When I first heard about it, I didn't believe it. I was like, no, they're not really doing that. But I looked into it. They're really doing it, and it actually looks good. So I'm cautiously optimistic that it will be something worthwhile. There is something in the bloody squirty sounds. Yes. Watch it, but man, Christopher Lambert. I don't know if Christopher Lambert's going to show up. I think I read something somewhere that he was going to have a cameo in it. Are you an anonymity? Hello? Well, fine. I can do that too. See? That's all you, bud. Raiden. Yeah, he was good at Raiden. That was not a good movie. The Street Fighter movie wasn't a good movie either.
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross, though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable. Rest from your hardships, and seek the knowledge you require. And you, brave vessel, remember to heed your lord, King Arthur, now and always.
I beg your pardon. I will do whatever the hell I want to do. I don't remember my way around here in this one. And I do remember that I think I screwed up something in here. Wine and ale and silver chalices, because those are valuable stuffs. Yeah, you loved him as Raiden. Yeah, no, he did a good job as Raiden. I like Christopher Lambert as an actor. I don't think I've seen him in anything that I didn't like. Oren's notes on Kinji, 26 Hawthorne Moon, 498. I found more of Merlin's notes. It's incredible how many spells my master managed to develop in his inhospitable land. If I ever return to the surface, I'll have to try them out. Not that I'm in any hurry, as Caradoc assures. I have everything I need to stay focused on my research. Besides, Kinji requires my constant care. I swear, if he hadn't inherited Caradoc's immortality, I'd have put him out of his misery long ago. But as it is, we're stuck with each other. He won't die, he won't starve, and iron doesn't work. Maybe when Arthur returns, he'll help me deal with this cursed beast. What the hell? Okay, getting nourishment as... excuse me. As required by Sasquatch law, he doesn't like it when I wait 8 hours to eat, so that I don't have to cook or do dishes.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for you, my king. I've memorized Merlin's plan for your resurrection. Yet I'm certain my master made a mistake somewhere. I just can't pinpoint quite where. The theory of revival itself, the technique for performing the ritual was flawless. After all, you always return to us. But I saw how much suffering each resurrection caused you. I wanted to find a way to bring you back to us as the person you truly wish to be.
That's a noble goal, I guess. You don't have need of any of this stuff. You definitely look like you're a ghost, so we're just gonna take all your things and all your stuff because I have new equipment that I have to now upgrade, which means I need money. Dude, seriously? There we go. You ugly. Down. Bad books. Bad books. Acerbic letter. Oren, I do wonder sometimes what possesses you to ask me these questions again and again, even though by now you must know exactly what my answers will be. Is it madness, simple pigheadedness, or perhaps old age is finally catching up with you, despite your best efforts? You know I find no amusement in watching the hollow shell of my brother hobble mindlessly around the island, all thanks to the sheer incompetence of the so-called ruling council. And yet, as I've told you before, I do not believe your idea of bringing him back fully has any merit whatsoever. Why won't you people finally let him rest and try thinking for yourselves? I know it's a daunting task, but surely you have this time, since you keep wasting it pestering me for help. As for my answer, I've attached a few notes about my latest design. I recommend you follow my instructions, and when it's done, shove it where the sun doesn't shine. Respectfully, M. Maybe C will find it handy, not for internal use. See, I think this is Morgaine. And when I read this the first time, I expected us to actually run into Morgaine and do something. Nope, I don't need to make alchemy. There's a hole in the floor. Dear Liza, dear Liza. Oren's notes on Kinji, 26 incredibly powerful spells. That is the same book. Oh, hi, guy. No, we don't need to talk to you. Hi, little guy. I don't think we need to jump over there. I don't think we need to fall down there. Because if there's anything over here, we can just walk over here and get it, and there's not. That's all of the upstairs. So now we have to sweep all of the downstairs. Well, all of the ground floor. One, two, three, four. Dude, you didn't have any loot? Oh, you got yeeted way over there. Okay, I did not expect that. Wine, potions, stuffs. I don't really care about any of that. Oh, my allergies are really bothering me tonight. Alright, and this is the Kinji thing, right? Hi, are you, can I pet you? I thought I could pet you, or do something. You're you're the Vorpal bunny. Okay, sorry about that. Not that you know, because I muted my microphone, but I had a little coughing fit there. I don't think... I guess I can't interact with him. There was stuff on the floor that it was showing me I could interact with. Yeah, I don't know that I can bring myself to kill the cute little guy. Alright, dude. Enjoy yourself. Hi. Oh. Okay. Now the hammer is starting to perform about like my old spell did. Orange Journal Part 1 of 3. Now, how did you know it was of 3 when you wrote it? Anyway. Today, once again, I was asked to summon the king. They claimed that civil war was reason enough to bring Arthur back to restore order. All my arguments were in vain. I warned them, the more often we wake him, the worse his state becomes. Naturally, the Knights of the Round Table were quick to remind me of Merlin's binding oath, that when they call upon me, it is my duty to summon the once and future king. So I did as they commanded, and yes, it's true that Arthur's appearance struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. No surprise there, Arthur no longer resembles who he once was. Arthur no longer resembles who he once was. He appeared as little more than a twisted heap of flesh, unable to speak, growling and waving his fist. Thankfully, that was enough to crush the rebellion before it could take root. Afterwards, I spoke with Lancelot. He agreed that Arthur's summoning must be halted, at least until I find a way to bring him back in his true form. Personally, I believe Merlin's method deserves a second look. It was he who instructed me to call upon the king according to aspects suited to the crisis at hand. It's hard to accept the idea that my master may have been wrong, but I know the nature of war and how quickly decisions are made when blood is on the ground. Perhaps he missed something. Perhaps he didn't have time to weigh every risk. Tearing a soul apart is powerful magic. It should never be done in haste. And yet he swore he had no choice. The only difference is I have time and I intend to use it. He's talking about us. Talking about how we became what we are. Which we don't know what we are. I don't think we ever find out what we are. Alright. We've been in there. We have stairs down. We'll do stairs down after we finish clearing the ground floor. Which I think is just this room now. Which is the room underneath. There was a heart. And a whole bunch of stuff. It says read, but I cannot read that. Caller's Grace. It apparently gave me a potion recipe. I thought as much. Oh, some weird meat, some potions. Don't care about the wine pitcher. Anything in these floating books? Nope. Go away. Nope. More alchemy station. Why this place needs more than one alchemy station, I don't know. All right. And we went this way first, right? No, maybe not. Did we not go this way? Or did we not loot as we went this way? Nope, we've not been in this room. Because none of this is looted. All the stuff and things. Take all of it. Reduced conjuration. Oh, there you go. That would have been a good ring to have for a summoning build. Yep. Take the garlic nuts. We got upstairs. No, we did upstairs. We've got downstairs. So I guess we'll go do downstairs. Give me everything. Give me all the things. All right, I think there's some kind of... decision has to be made down here.
I understand that what Merlin and I have done was against the laws of nature. I know how many brave knights gave their lives so we could find a way to bring you back. But their sacrifice was not in vain. With you here, Avalon has a chance to become a true paradise. And now, I believe I've found the way to make it happen.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you've found the way to make it happen. Fairy Tales of the South. Druid's Bride, collected by Keeper Wigbert. In the golden age of the Horns of the South, when ships filled the shores, there lived a talented seamstress. She fell in love with a druid of the Southern Circle, but he was proud and spurned her, saying, "Weave me a shirt from gossamer. Only then will I take you as my bride." Undeterred, she walked into the weirdness that night, found a thread light and strong, and sewed the shirt. When she gave it to him, he demanded, "Now make me gloves of pure weirdness. Only then will I take you as my bride." Fearlessly, she went into the night, found starlit crystal, and using the thread, wove them into gloves. "Fine," said the druid, "meet me at dawn in the great cromlech, and we shall be married." But when she came to wed him, the druids caged her, forcing her to weave the weirdness until her death and beyond. For druids care not for love or devotion, only for power. Oren's notes: if the gossamer thread is ethereal cobweb, and the starlit crystals equals weird stone, It would make a powerful armor. Needs an additional binding agent, though. Oh, cool. So that's a potential spell warden's stuffs. Cool. I don't remember if I got the spell warden stuff last time. If I even tried to make it to see if it was going to work with my spellcaster build. I definitely had a spellcaster build last time. This time I'm just Kronk. Point me at something and I smash my head against it. Orin's Journal Part 2. There's been a shift among the Knights of the Round Table today. Yet another Lancelot came to me, demanding I summon the king. Once again, my arguments fell on deaf ears. I told him it's too soon. I still don't have a way to restore Arthur in full. He didn't believe me when I told him that the state the king appeared in last time. But I was bound by oath, and so I obeyed. Arthur returned, broken beyond use. He couldn't support the knights this time. Could barely remain upright. Palamedes died on the spot. The moment he saw him, his heart gave out from the shock. Even Lancelot finally agreed with his predecessor. The moment we left the resurrection chamber and the rest of the knights went off to plan their next campaigns, a stranger ran up to me. It took me a moment to recognize him. Caradoc, my old friend, the one who once agreed to be the subject of the immortality experiment, back before Merlin declared that immortality was no longer enough. I was glad to see him, and even more glad for the idea he brought. Caradoc reminded me of the wording in the oath. I must answer the call of the Knights of the Round Table. But what if they can't reach me? What if they can't summon me, or find me at all? Right now they use the summoning spell to call me into service. But if I can create a space where the spell cannot take hold, they'll be unable to reach me, and so I will not be able to answer. That would give me what I've never had, time. Time to work in peace on a way to restore King Arthur in all the glory and majesty he once commanded, and still deserves. Okay, I see what they're building at. And this little refuge is that place. And Caradoc doesn't actually work for him anymore. Excuse me. I keep thinking that there was some kind of decision needed to be made down here other than stealing all the potions, because you absolutely steal all the potions even if you're never going to use them. Not a question. No doubt at all. The Black Manifesto by Slaudirg. My dear brothers, who saw fit to cast me out of the circle for going against nature, know this. I have not spoken my last word. I will not deny your accusations, for is going against nature not the logical next step after mastering it? Nature is not merely to be respected or obeyed, but to be subjugated. Neither life nor death should be set in stone. You draw power from this land, yet you fail to see its full potential. The end, any end, is but an illusion. The great Merlin understood this, but you choose to turn your backs on his teachings, calling them irresponsible. Mark my words, brothers, one day you will pay dearly for your cowardice. This world is ours. Its secrets belong to us. Its laws should be shaped by us. There should be no aspect of Avalon beyond our control. I will not stop my research. I intend to leave a long and lasting mark upon this world, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. A bit insane, but he does have a few interesting ideas. I enjoy the dramatic readings. Do people not enjoy my dramatic readings? I put some effort. I was going to say a lot of effort, but I really don't put a lot of effort into it. Okay, ready for the details. Guacamole, plain Greek yogurt, shredded cheddar, and small cucumbers, and chicken nuggets, and tortilla chips. Enjoy? I'm a very picky eater, so, you know, my opinion about other people's food just does not matter anyway, so I'm just going to say enjoy. If that's what you want to eat, then by all means. Orange Journal number 3. I won't lie, my workshop, hidden deep in the weirdness, serves its purpose brilliantly. Caradoc tells me the knights have tried summoning me more than once, but their calls go unheard. Good. I've had time to reflect on Merlin's methods, and have come to believe my master made one critical mistake. As difficult as soul-splitting may be, it's still possible. But the summoning, that should have drawn on all fragments of Arthur's soul, not just the aspects we happened to need at the time. When the knights needed Arthur the warrior, we called upon Excalibur. When the Dalriata stirred, we reached for the crown. Why, Merlin? Why did you ever think that this was a good idea? What made Arthur who he was the fact that he was whole. We cannot treat his soul like a tavern platter, picking only the cut that suits our needs. Cut that suits our appetite. Poor Arthur, if only I'd thought of this sooner. Perhaps I could have spared him much suffering. I know my master feared that by merging Arthur's soul with the essence of the Four Dwellers, or rather by awakening what was buried deep within him, we'd created something too powerful to return in its original form after death. And yes, I agree, the risk was immense, and his body too ruined to host such a return. But after consulting with Caradoc, I believe I've found a solution. What if we free the Arthur the Four Dweller locked away beneath the asylum? What if we could free the Arthur the Four Dweller locked away beneath the island asylum? If I can convince the Red Priest to begin experiments that strengthen body and mind through the weirdness, perhaps we can create a vessel strong enough to carry all the fragments, one capable of pulling them home. I'll ask Caradoc to scatter my writings across the asylum. Let him speak with the Pope. Let him explain that the weirdness, as pure potential, might just cure the Red Death, and that their research should follow this path. Soon, my king, we will meet again, and I will restore you in glory and light, even if I die trying. So am I the vessel they created? No, I meant the content, the delivery. Oh, thank you. I do put some effort into it. I've considered like pulling together clips of some of the readings and such into separate, like, shorter form videos. I thought there was something else to do here. There is. How do I get up there? No, that okay, that's just these stairs. All right. All that reading is murder on my throat, though. It's creamy and chunky and chicken and dripping. Yeah. More power to you. I mean, my dinner was not the greatest. It was leftover tacos. No, it was going to be leftover tacos. It was, in fact, leftover Chinese. Did I miss something up here? There's not a way to get up there. There's not any, none of these are secret rooms, right? Can't just walk through the wall in any of these places. That was the one blue wall upstairs. Yeah, dip is in the, it's in the instructions. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. It's right there. It's one of the very important steps. Well, I don't see that we missed anything. I just feel... that this excursion is incomplete. Maybe just because it's just a lore dump and not really anything else to it, perhaps. I don't know. That sounds like the darkness has fallen. All right, and we have... we still have this. I still want to know how to find the alchemy dudes. That's how you beat these guys. You slow time with the slide. We got the slide and the slow time, and then we get them all. Very nice. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Yes, the pinnacle of entertainment. Dodgeball. I think I have to go... I don't remember if I have to go along this bridge to get there, or if I just can get there from up here somewhere. But I need to hit this fast travel point, because there's one more place to go that I need the shield to open. I think there's just the one. Oh, hi. Remember the first time I saw two of you together? You guys kicked my butt. Big time. Big time. Really sent me packing. Alright, we travel up here. And then reorient. We need to go around this thing to our left, I believe is the correct direction to get to where I want to go. And I never did find the open arms dude. Bar, bar, bar. Oh, you're the living one. Oh, you both are, huh? Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Dodge, dodge, dodge. That way. I can't go that way without going either up on the bridge. Yeah, that's definitely not it. Although, if I go here, it might give me experience points for discovering this location. And then we run up here and I don't know if OBS is going to actually reconnect. I'm trying. If you can hear me, I'm trying. OBS crashed, Chrome crashed. View my channel. Am I still on? Am I still here? Can anyone hear me? Yeah, OBS crashed. Can you hear me, Tifa? Okay, so I might have actually... You can hear me. Cool. I might have actually reconnected in time. Excellent. Now I gotta reopen Studio. See what it says. I don't know what happened. I was just running along and then I could no longer hear myself. I couldn't hear the game audio. OBS crashed. All right, I think we're back. I think we're back. I don't know if you saw me kill the bear, but there was a bear. No big deal. That's all that really happened. I can't believe I managed to relaunch OBS and reconnect the stream. That's very rare that I managed to do that. Oh, hi, guy. Oh, he's infected by the weirdness. I almost got right up on him so I could get a good close-up of that, but I didn't quite make it. Yeah, usually when that happens, when YouTube loses the signal, usually it closes it faster than that. Have I already? I have not already dealt with this one. Parkour! Parkour! Aha, this is the path up I was looking for. Don't worry, I won't. This is just a flesh wound. I'm dead! Somebody else shooting arrows at me? You are shooting arrows at me. Look, dude, I do not like having... Oh, look, chick. I don't like having arrows thrown at me. Maybe not. I don't know. Never mind. Look, person, I don't mind. I don't like having arrows thrown at me. I think I have over-encumbered myself. I am moving very, very slowly, and there's a blinking orange weight thing icon down there. But this is the door I was looking for, so I'm gonna grab all this stuff. And then I'm gonna throw one of these down and throw some of these in it, and then I can go to my stash. And then I can, basically I can put everything away that I'm not actually using. Oh, why are the frost, why are you kidding me? Why would you have the frost arrows? It's the iron arrows I was using. Not that I use the arrows much, but those are the ones I'm using. I don't need those. Just put all that away for now. 65% less damage from burn. Increased mana and stamina regen when burning. Okay, so you want yourself to be burning is what that's about, okay? mana blocked, and restoring King Soul is 100% more effective. Oh, dude. Increase spell power by 2% for each character level. So that'd be a 200% increase in spell power. That would be awesome. Those spell power increases are totally overpowered. I don't need any of that on me. I don't need these on me. In fact, I can move all coatings and move all miscellaneouses and move all books and move all of this stuff and including this stuff and get rid of so much weight. All of the weight. I can do alchemy here, but I don't really need to. What are we looking at? It is 10:30. I have been streaming for 6 whole minutes because OBS crashed. It's, yeah, 10:30, and I went on at, what, 7:30? It's like right at 3 hours. I think we'll start with this one next time. I think this is a good place to wrap up tonight. What number is this? I think it's 18, according to my other information. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. Noise. Yeah, hey, Tifa, Petunia, Mike was here, Ant was here. Ant's off streaming himself. Mike's probably streaming, or Mike's setting up for his stream, at least. I do appreciate everybody hanging out with me. And, oh, cool. You got to get Kaj in that. Kaj was playing with Mike and Amy the other night, wasn't he? I think so. Yeah, with the update yesterday. Because Amy was talking about having a limited lobby because the mods weren't working anymore. Because the mods hadn't been updated to work with the new update, and that's how mods work. They have to be updated. Oh, you just bought it for Kaj today. Okay, so... Okay, I don't remember who it was then. Doesn't matter. It's all good. Anybody still listening? I hope you have a good night, good rest of your night, good weekend. Yeah, 4 to like 10 or 11 or something a.m. He said he was working tomorrow. Absolutely insane. I used to work those shifts. I liked them because I was a night owl. So I'd get off work and I'd have my prime active during the day hours still ahead of me. Wasn't the best approach, but it worked. All right, folks, have a good rest of your night. Enjoy some repo with Tifa. We got one of these we can throw out there for you. If anybody here is not actually already a member or a subscriber to Tifa, go check her out. Yeah, no problem at all. I don't think anybody subscribes to me that's not already in your list, but you know, whatever. We'll give it a try. Anyway, have a good weekend, everybody. I will probably, the plan is see everybody tomorrow night, but then I'm flying out Sunday and I'll be gone Monday, flying back Tuesday evening. So no streams Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Hopefully back in the saddle on Wednesday. It's going to depend on how I feel and if I still have a job when I come back. Yeah, all those kinds of good things. Anyway, thank you, Tifa. I appreciate that. Hopefully I get some at least decent food out in Philly. But I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Have a good weekend.